Hi everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Felvidek. Felvidek is a Slavic horror turn-based RPG that I've completely fallen in love with. In Felvidek you play as Pavel, a drunken alcoholic knight who just lost his wife. And you, however, have bigger things to think about because you see, the person who stole your wife just so happens to be in a cult. That's not exactly how the story is being told, but that is the crux of the entire story that I won't be delving deeper into because you need to see that for yourself. I am not going to be the one to spoil that for you. Felvidek is a fantastic game. As you can see by just looking at it once, it is completely different from any other turn-based RPG, reminding you probably most of Hylix. And on top of being fucking weird, it also has the thing that Hylix also has, where all of your attacks and your spells and whatnot are done in like a first-person POV. Whereas in the normal turn-based game, you're gonna see a character do it, or you'll see like an anime flash or anything like that. You'll see like some sort of animation. Here you get a full sword swing animation done in a full first-person POV. It is insanely weird to hear. They also have the sound from that sounds like something from Age of Empires, if I'm not entirely wrong. You know what? You hear it and you tell me. That priest sound effect when he heals sounds like the temple selection from ancient mythology. See what I mean? There's definitely some sound from overlay. Maybe it is native mythology that I'm thinking about. Maybe it's some other game, but I am certain I have heard that exact sound before. That being said though, I do love the animations. They're all super cool and super unique. The only thing I have to criticize is that there aren't enough of them. I just find them fucking cool. I wish there were more. I want to see more of this. This is the exact sort of style that I want to see in more games. I think it's so fucking cool. For the first little bit of Felvidek, I felt like the game was extremely difficult. But as I played it and understood the systems more, I want to say that the game honestly is a breeze. It only took me 7 hours to fully complete the game from start to finish. Not that that's any bad thing, because Felvidek is an amazing experience to both play, but also just sort of listen to. The soundscape and soundtrack of this game is fucking awesome. The soundtrack that I'll be using for this video is literally from Felvidek. I cannot lie, the soundtracks for this game just fuck. They are so good. They are incredible. Both the slow, more vibey sounds, but the tavern soundtrack and the fighting soundtrack, are you insane? They are fantastic. I also just have to say, those rendered cutscenes both scare me and makes me excited at the same time. They are exactly the type of art style that I love. I think this is the type of weird that I am into. I think Felvidek is just such a good game. As the game progresses, you'll have more and more companions and you'll be able to fight in different styles. You know, they'll all have their unique abilities and so on. Because here's the thing with Felvidek. Not only does it provide a fantastic fucking game, it's not just a really good sound font, it's not just really cool visuals, but Felvidek also has the unique part where it just completely blows me away with its strategic depth. Because you see, you can do all of these sort of things like in any RPG where you can have a character weaken an enemy and then attack, and in Felvidek it just feels really fucking good to do so. I think that's partially because it does often feel like, or at least look like, if you look at it from a story perspective, that the game's main characters are up against something that's undefeatable, that you aren't going to be able to win. And then when you pull that out, it's just so good. When you pull off your wins, it really feels earned. And while I'm going to try to completely avoid spoilers, I have to mention Felvidek's sense of humor is just so there. It is funny at times, outright making me laugh out loud as well. While it also has some more emotional moments, the game definitely is written much more funnily than I think a lot of people would maybe have anticipated looking at the trailers and stuff for it. It is a pretty funny game in the sense that its writing is just straight up funny most of the time. It's a game that has, like I said, made me laugh out loud. There are multiple scenarios in the game that are funny. There's, as an example, one that I personally found really funny, where you find this mutated child that has, like, you find his dad and he sort of introduce you to his son. And one way you can get around the next part of the game is by taking that son, because he is a mutant and you learn that he doesn't have any friends, people are scared of him, and just set him down to the local bandits who all get scared of him and run for their life. There are multiple sections in this game where you can do something that probably isn't morally okay, but is at the very least hilarious. It is funny at times. There's also a lot of all those like sort of quirks and quips in the game that personally makes me laugh. I love this game a lot, and I especially love its writing. There's also, like I said, the 3D scenes, like the cutscenes in the game. They work really well for what this is. I think they are perfect for the game, and I also think they managed to creep me out more than anything else. And I think it's a pretty special game that can make me go from laughing out loud to being creeped out in a matter of seconds. The biggest issue with Felvidek is honestly its length. I wish there was more of this game. I wish there was more to see in this game, because the setting and everything about it honestly captured me like I haven't been for a while. It is an amazing experience to play Felvidek, and it's an amazingly impressive game considering the fact that there are like 3 people behind it. It is a game that is unlike anything else really out there on the market right now, and I think that makes it completely unique in its category of game. It also explores a culture I just don't think you see often being explored in games, which is nice. I love seeing this like new take on it. I think we need more games like this that are like really unique and try to be different. I really like that. I think it's a super cool game, and the team did a wonderful thing. And that's also why I can sit here and be as excited as I am to talk about Felvidek. And to add to that, I think Felvidek is one of the very few games where I've been able to sit on the edge of my seat throughout the entire experience. Felvidek is just really fantastic in doing that. There's always something that feels sort of close about it, like the objectives that you have to chase. You understand what you have to do. I was never really confused by what I had to do or how I had to do it. I was never stuck in that sense. I have once where I was a little bit stuck in a fight, but I got over that fairly quickly. It's also a game that allows you the freedom to just fuck around and find out. As an example, there's a point where you're explicitly told to avoid like certain parts of the town. You go down there anyway, and you get into a huge fight. Now that fight, I think, is unwinnable, as I think they're literally just coming at you forever. But the fact that it allows you to do that, in my opinion, in and of itself, is kind of a fun little quirk to the game. I really, really like that. It also has to be said, I think the game goes places that I just didn't expect it to. Especially by the end, you are seeing some weird shit. And I think it is fantastic for that. I think that's a overall good thing. I like to see these different locations being explored, but more so than that, I just like seeing these entirely different areas being used in the game. Areas I didn't expect to see myself in. One thing is a crypt that's like kind of okay. A forest I've also seen, and a castle and whatnot, but inside of a monster? Not really what I had in mind. I also think the game manages to have a really fun, like, sort of side content that you can do. Finding new NPCs and stuff like that, and unlocking small but notable things such as a store in the end of the game. There's also the main issue with the game being that it can at times feel fairly cheesy in a way where it feels it's sort of more gameplay, not in the story, right? Where it's like, it's not cheesy in the writing, it is cheesy in the gameplay. Because the way this game works is that you can sort of just walk wherever you want, right? Enemies will never respawn. That means that, as an example, at the final part of the game, what I'd do is I'd fight an enemy, and because they were getting progressively stronger, so they were draining more and more of my resources, I just go back and heal up again, and then walk all the way back, find the next enemy, and do it again and again and again. Now, that's probably not intended, and I mainly did it because I thought it would be funny, and to be fair, it kind of was. But at the same time, I can't help but think about it like, that kind of seems a little bit cheesy, you know? That's a little bit fucked that you can do that. I am happy that they have it though, because otherwise I think the game would be extremely difficult and at times straight up unfair. And there's nobody who likes that. So I think this is overall the good solution from that sort of thing. And that's about it for this video. I just really wanted to talk a little bit about Felvidek, as Felvidik has completely captured my life. And I think it is a fantastic game that you should check out. I think it's a game that really will blow you away, especially if you like turn-based strategy games, but also if you just like slightly cheesy writing. I think you'll find something to enjoy here almost regardless. And if the graphics or anything like that, the style in any way speak to you, just give it a try. I think you will love it. And with all of that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to click the big red button that subscribe underneath this channel, hit the like button if you really want to and you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful day wherever you are, and thank you for spending your time with me here today, and I'll see you all next time.